Your knee hurts going up the stairs. It hurts when you stand up from a chair. It hurts after a long walk. And every day it reminds you it's there, even when you're doing nothing. And here's the worst part. If you do nothing about it, it doesn't get better on its own. The knee starts to protect itself. You move a little less, then a little less than that. And the things that used to be easy, stairs, walking, getting out of bed, start to feel like work. So today, 3 exercises that can actually help. No theory, no fluff, straight to the practice. One quick note before we start. If your knee is very swollen, it locks up, it gives out, or you had a recent injury, don't push through it. Please get it checked. But if it's the regular aching, tightness, or that not as smooth feeling, you're in the right place. Here's the order we'll follow. First, we unload the knee, then we wake up the muscle that protects it, and at the end, one exercise most people never connect to their knee pain, even though it can change everything. Let's start. Exercise 1. Releasing tension and creating space in the knee. For this one, all you need is a tennis ball. No tennis ball at home? Take a regular towel and roll it up tight into a small, firm roll. Sit down on a sturdy chair, both feet flat on the floor. Place the ball behind your bent knee, right in that soft crease at the back. Not in the middle, though, slightly toward the outer side of the knee. Now, slowly lift your foot up off the floor, bending the knee a little more around the ball. The heel comes up, the lower leg comes toward you, and the ball stays trapped right there behind the knee. Hold for 10 seconds, while gently squeezing the muscles around the ball. Then slowly lower the foot and rest for 10 seconds. That's one repetition. Now before you do the next one, a few things to watch for. Don't push down hard on the ball, don't roll on it, don't twist the knee side to side, and don't hold your breath or grit your teeth. If it ever feels sharp, or you get any numbness or tingling, just take the ball out and stop. We're aiming for a 2 or a 3 on a pain scale of 10. A gentle stretch behind the knee, nothing more. Do 8 to 10 of these. Slow, easy, no rush. And while you keep going, let me quickly explain why this works. As you bend the knee around the ball, that little ball acts like a soft lever inside the joint. It gently pushes the thigh bone one way, the lower leg bones the other way, and that creates a tiny bit of space inside the knee. A stiff knee usually just needs a little more room to move freely again. That's all this is doing, giving the joint some breathing room. Last few reps, and you're done. Take the ball out. Slowly bend and straighten the leg a few times. Notice, does it feel a little smoother, a little easier? If you felt even a small bit of relief, hit that like button. It really helps the video reach people who need it. Now let's wake up the muscles around that knee. Exercise 2, waking up the inner quad. There's a small muscle most people have never heard of, but for the knee, it's everything. It's called the VMO, the inner part of the thigh, right above the inside of the knee. And when this little muscle goes to sleep, which happens to a lot of folks as we get older, the knee starts feeling things it shouldn't. So let's wake it up. Sit on the floor, on your bed, or on the couch, wherever you're comfortable. Stretch out the leg that's been bothering you. The other leg can stay bent off to the side. Take that rolled up towel and slip it under your knee so the back of the knee rests on top of it. Keep the heel down and point your toes straight up at the ceiling. Now here's the move. Pull your toes back towards you, then slowly straighten the knee, pressing the back of your knee down into the towel like you're trying to flatten it. Hold that for 2 seconds and relax. Sounds simple, and it is. But here's where almost everyone goes wrong. They rush it, bouncing the leg, counting fast, getting it over with. That's not what builds the muscle. The whole point is the slow, deliberate squeeze of the thigh, especially that inner part right by the knee. If you're not feeling it there, you're going too fast. Do 10 to 12 reps. Toes back, knee straightens, press into the towel, hold, relax. And let me give you a picture for why this matters. Imagine riding a bike with one tire low on air. Every little bump in the road, you feel it. That's a knee with weak quads. The muscle is supposed to absorb the load, and when it doesn't, the knee takes the hit instead. Waking up this one muscle is honestly one of the simplest things you can do for a knee that's been giving you trouble. If at any point the pain gets sharp, make the movement smaller. If it still hurts smaller, leave it for today. So that's 2 down, 1 left to go. And honestly, this last one is the most underrated of the 3. Most people skip it completely because they don't see how it could possibly help the knee. But for a lot of folks, it's the one that actually changes things. Before we get into it, quick favor. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. We make a lot of videos like this one. Simple home exercises, no equipment, nothing fancy, usually about 5 minutes of your day. That's the whole channel. So if that's useful to you, subscribe. It really does help. Thank you. Alright, let's get into the last one. Exercise 3. Training the hip to protect the knee. Now, this last one, a lot of people, when I show them this, they look at me like, wait, what does this have to do with my knee? Stay with me for a second, because honestly, this might be the most important one of the three. Here's the thing nobody really tells you. When the knee hurts, the knee is often just the messenger. The actual problem is up higher, in the muscles of the hip and the glutes. If those muscles aren't doing their job, the knee starts drifting inward when you walk, when you go down the stairs, when you stand up, and every single one of those steps puts the load in the wrong place. So we're going to fix it from above. The exercise is called the clamshell. Lie down on your side, whichever side feels right. Bend both knees, press your heels together and keep them glued. They don't separate no matter what. Use your bottom arm to support your head. Top hand rests in front of you for balance. Now, without letting those heels come apart, slowly lift your top knee up toward the ceiling, like a clamshell opening. Pause at the top, then slowly lower it back down. The thing you have to protect with this one is the pelvis. It needs to stay completely still. Don't roll backward to get the knee higher. And that's the mistake almost everyone makes. They chase the height, they roll the hip back, and the work moves out of the muscle we're trying to train. It's much better to lift less, but keep the pelvis steady, then lift higher with your whole body rolling. You should feel it on the side of the glute, the upper outside part of the hip. That's the muscle keeping your knee from drifting inward when you walk. 12 to 15 reps on this side. Slow, controlled, no speed. Up, pause, down. Up, pause, down. Then switch over to the other side. Even if only one knee bothers you, train both sides. The body works better balanced, and the side that doesn't hurt today probably needs the work just as much. Another 12 to 15 reps over here. Don't rush. So there you have it. 3 steps that work together. We released the joint with the tennis ball, we woke up the inner quad to support the knee, and we trained the hip to keep the leg moving in a cleaner line. Release, activate, stabilize. And here's why all 3 matter together. Just releasing the joint, the relief fades. Just strengthening, but the leg keeps drifting. The load stays uneven. It's the combination that actually changes how the knee feels day to day. Save this video somewhere, you won't lose it. You'll want to come back to it. And do me one favor. Tell me in the comments where exactly your knee bothers you. Front, inside, outside, behind, or only on the stairs? That tells me what to make for you next. If this helped you today, subscribe to the channel. We make practical, no-fluff videos about the body and movement for people who want to feel better as the years go on. See you in the next one.